Sit up straight and watch the video.
Hey YouTube, Darren here. As you can see, we are actually hard at work already. Y'all are late, but we'll let it go this time. I have sharpened the blades and went ahead and threw a little bit of paint on them. Now we're getting ready to cut this muffler. Before I cut the deck on, I want to put the muffler on, crank it up, make sure the belt isn't going to have any problems. Otherwise, we'd have to take the deck off to work on the belt again, and I don't want to do that. So, okay guys, gonna get started on what I'm about to do. I was able to get the cowl or the shroud completely off of that muffler. So now I'm going to grind off a couple of good spots and prep it, and we're going to zap it in a couple of places and weld it on there. Okay guys, now more to come, guys. Got the battery in, changed the plug. The old plug wasn't bad, but I went ahead and changed it. Got this piece welded on down there, and the weld is good. Now we're going to give her a crank up. It's in neutral, and cross your fingers. Now all I gotta do is get that on there. Gotta change the oil. I may change the oil before I put the cutting deck on. I may. A lot of y'all don't like those little things. When you need a quick zap, it's pretty good, now that I've learned how to use it. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to change oil. You've seen people change oil before, so there's nothing going to be new. I didn't want to put the cutting deck on. It's just so much easier doing that. Now you can get the flexi pipe there and stretch it to another something a little further out, but why when the deck's off? This is just easier. And what I have done, so I can take this off for ones that don't have drain spouts, just the bolts, I cut a notch, or I cut half of this flexi spout, the end off, and so I get it where it's loose but not off, and then I put this under it and around it and unbolt it and pull it out, and it's draining. Doesn't get everywhere. It still gets a little bit on either side, but not nearly as much as it would without it. And then I always have like a little bit of a part of a quart of oil, and I'll always pour it down through it and just flush out the throat, although it just pretty much goes straight and pools. There we go. The last little bit's draining out. We're going to add more to it. I'm using 10W30, I believe it is. Now we're back. Oil change. Everything is done. It's all finished up. This is the factory motor that came on here. You know, at first I was kind of surprised because I hadn't really seen one with a 17 horsepower, one of these small Murrays on it, but it's factory 17 horsepower 42-inch cut. And the oil, what's required is SAE 30 oil. I did a 10W30 because down here, well, tonight we're having 30-degree weather and people are already cutting their grass. I mean, I use mine year round. So I use an oil weight and a summer weight. But it actually tells you 48 ounces of oil capacity. It's kind of handy. But we're getting ready to put this guy in. I was going to show you one little thing that might save you some trouble. These right here are support brackets, and they will flop around after you take your deck out. If you put it under the deck, and it will go under the deck like this, with this facing backwards, you're going to either have to slide the deck back out or unbolt it and put it in. So when you're getting ready to put your deck under there, make sure these brackets are facing forward. That'd be my little tip of the day. Alright, I'm going to slide it under. You see I've already gotten one anti-scalp tire or a little wheel under it right there around the little corner. So the rest of it should kind of slide and wiggle in place. And I always do it. Everybody laughs about me and asks about these carpets. I always do it on this carpet because it just slides easier than sliding on the concrete.
Safer on the back, too. More to come.
Deck's in place. The belt is connected to the pulley. The front bar is in place. I have to hook up the spring. I've got it right here. And remember, I marked it, so I know it's going to go into that second spot. And it was actually that easy. I'll be damned. That was crazy. Now, that is in place. We're about to level the deck. My garage is on a slight incline. So, just kind of bear that in mind. The instructions for leveling the deck are, normally, you never go down into this position unless you're going to do service work. You lift this up and you force the cutting deck all the way onto the ground. And your wing nuts, you would have them loose. That bracket is bolted. I wanted to show you that also, because you can see the problem you would have if that had been flipped over backwards. So let me go put the bracket on the other side and get the wing nut on there, and then we'll go about leveling this guy.
Hey guys.
More to come. That's pretty much it. Now, I do want to add, he told me he did not want it in the factory positions. He wanted it higher. Now, I can do that. I can make it higher. So that would be like the top cutting height. That would be in 6th. You can actually close this now. And that would be about where you'd cut it when the grass was high. This is what I'm putting it up on this side. Let me get you down here where you can kind of see that. He wanted it, he said his yard was really hilly, and he wanted it really high to accommodate for the hills. And my thought would be, well, I would just start turning in different directions and not digging into your yard. But this is what he wants, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise that thing up higher. So first position will be like 3rd on a normal mower. But that's what he wanted. So anyway, guys, let me do that. That is effectively finished. You'll see the finished product, how high I have it. He wanted it high, so you got about 4 inches to the bottom of the deck, and then 2 inches to the cutting blade. So on high, it's about 6 inches, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 7 inches. So go figure, it's what he wanted. It's done. All I have to do is clean it up. So didn't think I'd get through with that one today, but spin you around here. SulphurCityDesigns.com for all of your off-road mower mudding, modding, and stickage needs. Custom work. If you want something exotic done, he can do it. Southern Off-Road Mowers on Facebook, guys. Go to it and post some junk. And as Mike Marin likes it when I say it, or not, but we like it if you do. The ATLTF forum, atltf.com. They're on Facebook, and they're also on Google. So if you have a question about a build or are looking to follow somebody's build, you can go in there and follow their threads on what they've done, how long it took them, what it cost them, what they needed. Really good guys on there. Chevy Gatton, thanks for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. William F. DeWeese, thank you, sir. Andy Thomas there on the Google Plus. Thanks, man. Bryson Caldwell, thanks for subscribing.
And thank everybody. Guys, I really appreciate it. I think we hit 500. We'll do something. I'm not sure. I said 503, but I think this is 503 now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all the stupid stuff. Y'all gonna make some mayhem.